Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Otik Ken. I'm from Universitas Muhammadiyah Pontianak, and thank you for the opportunity that is given. And I'm going to present our uh, research results, which title is Lactation Management Against 1 until 12 months Malnutrition in infant status. And here are our background, and it's about the data of malnutrition status of babies 0 until 23 months in West Kalimantan, especially in Kuburaya District, Sungai Raya Dalam Public Health Center. There are 22 cases, and it's 31.3% of malnutrition status. And the exclusive breastfeeding coverage in Sungai Raya Dalam Community or Public Health Center is 37.8% from the target 80%. And the preliminary survey results, it's talking about the malnutrition status and the management lactation of the respondent. And around 50% of mothers' breastfeeding technique is not good, and 60% of mother breastfeeding the baby less than 10 minutes each time, and 70% of mothers breastfeed the babies less than 8 times per day. And the research proposed is to identify the relationship between lactation management. The lactation management is are like breastfeeding technique and duration of breastfeeding per each time and frequency of breastfeeding, and the nutritional status of infants aged 0 until 12 months in the working area of Sungai Raya Dalam Public Health Center. And these are the design of the research. It's using like analytic observational study with a case control approach method. And it was held in the working area of Sungai Raya Dalam Puskesmas or Public Health Center, and it implemented on July until September 2019. And the population, as many as 68 people for cases and 93 people for control. And the research sample obtained by using purposive sampling technique. Through the formula, we can get 98 people in total with ratio of 1:1, 49 for cases and 49 for controls. And these are the characteristics of respondent. Most of them are in the age of 30 until 39 years old mother. And most of them in having the high school level, and most of them also being a housewife and taking care of the household for the amount of 27 of mothers, and their no income. I mean, of course, the income is from the husband, and then they have most of the mothers have only have the children, like 2 children, and most of the baby gender of the respondent is girl. And this is the univariate analysis. And from the table said that in the case group have more poor breastfeeding techniques, and the duration of breastfeeding was poor, and then they have only, they also have the frequency of breastfeeding is not good. And from the bivariate analysis table, it says that from the p-values, shows that all variables have a relation with the malnutrition status. And by seeing the odd ratio, for example, for breastfeeding techniques, it means that the mother who do not have good breastfeeding techniques for the babies tend to have 4.471 times greater risk of experiencing poor nutritional status compared to mothers who use good breastfeeding techniques. and so on for the other variables. And this is the discussion for first variable, and it shown that related to the previous study, and this means that with good breastfeeding techniques, the baby can comfortably breastfeed the mother, and so that the nutritional intake in the breast milk can be fulfilled. And the second one of variable is duration of breast milk for each time in breastfeeding. The results also in line with the previous study, and this means that with a short duration, like less than 10 minutes per one breastfeeding for the baby to breastfeed the mother, it can cause a decrease in nutritional intake from breast milk. And the frequency of breastfeeding is also in line with the previous study, and this means that mothers should breastfeed their babies as often as possible, at least 3 times a day, so that the nutrition integrity of the baby and those contained in breast milk can be fulfilled. And these are the suggestions for mothers and also public health center or puskesmas, and which is like increasing knowledge inside finding as much as information about both malnutrition and exclusive breastfeeding, especially the management, lactation management. And then these also should improving the promotion uh, uh, of uh, both I mean like malnutrition and also the uh, exclusive breastfeeding. I think that will be all, and these are the documents of the research. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.